Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and we've got a dead easy but really fun kind of project to do. Now I have my little mini crock pot out, and as you can see, it's got wax all over it because that's what I use it for, melting wax, and this is no exception today. We are going to need some melted wax. Now, unlike when I do candles, and when I'm doing candles, I'm typically melting soy wax, and usually in packaged flakes. For this, I actually want to use a fairly hard wax. Soy wax is a little bit softer. So I'm just taking an old candle that was here in the shop. Well, that worked out well. The wick is gone. We're just going to pop that baby in there. I'm going to probably cut it down into a few smaller chunks, but it's going to be easier to do it this way and have all those pieces just fall in there. And then I'm going to leave it till it's melted. So all that you're doing is melting wax down. And old candles, this is a perfect little craft for old candles that you have lying around. And I'm going to reconvene once this is melted. This is not a super hot little machine. It's going to do its job, but we're going to wait a bit. So it's going to be immediate for you. I'm going to be waiting a bit. Okay, my wax is all melted. And what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of fragrance. For this, what we're making are what are called wax sachets. So we want the wax to be scented, unlike, oh, okay, there we go. I have lavender, because lavender is good for migraines, and I suffer migraines. So we're just gonna add, little, stir it up. So this is just essential oil, and that smells more than fine. Little goes a long way. And what we're due for this, so one of the reasons that we wanted like a hard wax is because we're going to use this to scent drawers. And I have some little molds. Now these ones happen to be little gift tag molds. So they're very tiny, they're very narrow, but you could use any kind of molds that you have. So I have some from IOD that I've got out, and we are just going to fill the molds with this. Just checking the scent. I'm going to add a little more. The nice thing about the wax, okay, 3 more drops, is that it really holds the scent well. And the hard wax really doesn't do a lot of melting. So, you know, we're just gonna fill these. Come on, let me get a couple. And now I happen to have, which is just perfect for these because these are very skinny. So I don't have to wait till, you know, they get a little, I happen to have some French lavender here. And I'm going to sprinkle it all over the top of my little mold. So again, this smells lovely. But I'm just going to sprinkle it across the top, and then we're going to let this dry, harden, firm up, cool down, whatever the right term would be for this. But we want them to just kind of firm up in their little trays. Oh, I'm missing a bit here. These are very narrow, so it's going to dry very quickly. I'm just going to drizzle a little over the top. just to encase that little bit of lavender. And we're gonna let that firm up. Now, you can take this and just tilt this on its side. I have a little flower over here. I have a leaf. I'm gonna do and you could take, you know, little teeny tiny flowers and you could decorate the tops. You could just not even decorate them, right? But these little flowers are going to absorb some of that wax. In this case, they're not adding additional scent. They're just adding looks. And then we're just going to let them harden. We're just going to let them firm up, and then we'll be able to release them. And I'll show you how you can finish it off. It really doesn't take very long for the wax to dry with the little florals. So really, I mean, it comes down to use whatever. Drop those in whatever molds you happen to have. So these ones are a little bit thinner, but they release quite easily as well. These little, these just happen to be like little label tags that I had for resin, but they're kind of a nice size. And the idea with these is you can just use them as just little scented wax sachets as they are. And because they're like that firmer candle wax, it takes a lot of heat to start to melt these. So there's no reason for concern with slipping them into your drawers. They're not going to damage your clothing in any way. But you can just take a little tea bag if you want to and just pop these in. I don't know if this floral fits. Yeah, it does. You can just pop these in and you got your little scented sachet in there ready to go. And that's really all there is to these. The wax holds the scent really well. I love them out of the bag because they just look so pretty. But I just want to give you an idea if, you know, I don't know, if there's a freak out factor with the wax, with your delicates. But they're not gonna, it's like a candle sitting on your shelf, right? It's stable at room temperature. It's not melting any. You're not putting it out in your backyard in the heat of the sun. So whether you bag them up, whether you know, just leave them as is, these ones with the little tags, with the hole, all I would do is I would add like a cute little ribbon onto the end, and then you have these lovely, beautiful little sachets that you're able to use to scent your drawers. They smell great. Let me know what you think of this one, guys. Love to hear from you as always, and definitely looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.